Gal. I'm Alex Couture.
And I'm James Lewis.
And we're here to present our project, the Dreamcatcher. Basically, the concept that we plan to introduce to you is a new revolutionary technology that will allow the usage of nanoscale sensors in order to read people's dreams and transmit them into visualizations that people can see in their conscious state. The way we plan to do this is to send in these nanoscale sensors into a person's brain and have them attached to the neurons so that they can read the electrical signals transmitted by these cells and amplify them so they can be received by a machinery that is outside of the body. With this technology, we plan to gain a better understanding of the origin and meaning of dreams, which can further many poorly understood areas of science and hopefully inspire artistic endeavors.
All right, so an overall look, we're focusing on dreams, which is a very poorly studied, or like all that exists in the current state of science is a bunch of theories about how dreams come to be. And so all we know is that they're very abstract kind of things. They are not part of declarative memory, and we found that most of the dreams are like the senses that we are targeting will be located mostly in this occipital lobe, so that's the area of the brain that we're targeting with our nanosensors. And we've understood that dreams are most strongly associated with REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. So that's when we start targeting the dream occurrences that will be recorded in our technology.
So we did some research regarding what the scientists have been doing right now, and I found there are two experiments being done. One was a team of Japanese scientists in Tokyo, where they have created a device that is able to reconstruct images directly from the brain waves into a computer screen. So the way that they did is, first they showed 400 10 by 10 pixel black and white images to these subjects, each 12 seconds. And what they did is they did an fMRI scanning, which means functional magnetic resonance imaging, which where they analyzed the changes in the cerebral blood flow. And so by what they did is, okay, so they showed those 400 images, and while they were looking at those images, they did the fMRI scanning, and they looked at the changes in the brain activity and they matched different brain waves for each pixel. So yeah, so there's a little video of what they did. So the one on the left is the image that the subjects were looking at, and the right is what the computer was programming it.
The current experiments show a subject and image and then reconstruct that image based on scan of the brain's visual cortex.
Yeah. So another study has been done at the Berkeley where they have showed letters and a neuron to the subjects, and they were able to reconstruct these, if you see on the picture on the right top corner. And these experiments are very primitive because these were done in a black and white picture. The subjects, they were looking at it, while our recording thing is recording dreams, which is something that they're not visually looking at. So, yeah.
So, to get the nanosensors into the body, we will probably inject it into the bloodstream. They will travel to the brain, and the nanosensors will be coated with proteins or antibodies, so that they will bind specifically to the axon hillocks on the neurons in the deep occipital lobe. Okay, and when the people who are using this sleep, they will maybe wear a watch that will detect your heart rate, or a dream maker, that's right. Like sleeping mask that looks at your eyes and detects REM sleep. And when the watch or the mask detects that you're in REM, it will send a signal to a computer, which will then send a signal to the nanosensors to activate, and they'll record the signals sent by the neurons in the brain and send it back to the computer, where a program will process that information into visual and audio representations. And over a period of time, the proteins attached to the nanosensors will degrade naturally, and that might be able to be varying. Like we could add more or less depending how long the user wants them to stay in the brain. And also, we plan to design it with a fail-safe in case people just don't want to look at their dreams anymore. And we'll send out a signal that'll cause them to deactivate.
And this image here is our design of our nanosensor. And so right here is an area that will grip to the axon hillock of each neuron in the occipital lobe of the brain. And this is our kind of satellite dish that will transmit radio signal of the dream.
And one of the ways we plan to power the nanobots is using enzymes taken from sperm for glycolysis to produce ATP. And also, there's a team of researchers, I think, at UCI. They developed carbon nanotube radios. They're extremely small, and that's how we plan to receive and transmit signals from.
Okay, and now we're going to show you an example of our technology in work.
This is James, sits in bed. He's already been previously injected with the nanosensors. Here is the Dreamcatcher, ready to transmit the signal straight to our computer, where we will project his dream. We are waiting for James to enter a state of REM.
Okay, back to the serious side. If we were able to record our dreams, we're hoping that this will answer some of the questions we have regarding how our mind works. So, and this Dreamcatcher can be applied to other sciences, such as in medicine. It could somehow help in curing neurological disorders such as Alzheimer's. And in psychiatry, it could be used as a treatment so that the doctor can have a direct access to the patient's mind. And we're hoping that if we're able to control our dreams, that we'll be able to talk to coma patients. There have been studies showing that coma patients have lucid dreams, which means that the dreamers know that they're dreaming. And and so if the doctor can somehow enter into the coma patient's dream, we could form a new communication. And yes, next question. So into the artistic, so this could be applied to into arts field where dreams has been a tool and inspiration for artists. There's been I was looking online and I see websites of like people who put up their own artwork which are inspired by their dreams. And we're hoping that in the future we have a museum of dreams where if we can control what we want to dream, so we have so if you walk into a museum, you say, oh, I want to fly, then you'll be directed into a place where they'll hook you up and then you'll be flying. And yes.
So in conclusion, we just hope that this technology will serve as an inspiration for both scientific and artistic creativity. And
yeah, and to end, I found some cool stuff about how dream has inspired scientists and artists. So Einstein's law of relativity was inspired by a dream that he had about him sledding down a hill at a speed of light. And Niels Bohr, a Nobel Prize winner, came up with this atomic structure from a dream about a horse. And Salvador Dali said, Salvador Dali says that his paintings are described his painting as hand-painted dream photographs. So, yeah. So it's like endless possibility when we could have it.
And we will conclude this presentation with what usually starts off our days here at the Art Side Nano Lab. And every morning we kind of start off with okay. So normally we start off our mornings with this little kind of parody of like the 80s like educational TV programs. So this is our own parody of their parody. Wait, why isn't it working?
This program, Nanobots, is discussed in chapter 0000001 of your textbook, which accompanies this series. Please ensure that you have your copybook at hand, as you will be able to take down various notes throughout the program. Nanobots. Aw, cute little nanobots. These are different nanobots from the kind you would enjoy in your sandwich. But in order to know what nanobots are, one must understand where the word nano comes from. Nano comes from the word nanometer, meaning a very, 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 very minuscule measurement. Thus, nanobots are so small that they are invisible to the naked eye.
Experiment 1. An experiment is carried out where the nanobots have been cultured in this petri dish. Now, the scientists will draw them up via a paper straw, exhaling the nanobots into the subject's ear. The nanobots have successfully been implanted. Take down the results in your copybooks. The nanobots will affect the back of James's brain, commonly known as the brogue. With the assistance of the nanobots, we can now conclude that James is thinking about cotton candy. However, use caution. Like any medication, nanobot usage may result in certain side effects, particularly when the nanobots are in a bad mood. These side effects may include insanity, spontaneous dancing, even upside-down typhus, leucismus, or a severe case of cooties. James is appearing as if he is experiencing quite a bit of discomfort. Pesky little nanobots.
Now hand in your copybook to your teacher or head of class. In the next program,